Hi, everybody. Module 9, here we are, and more on justice, that is protections for the vulnerable, and we're getting into animals, plants and animals, vulnerable in this particular module with a discussion of vegetarian ethics. And Sandra Katz takes this on. So I hope you enjoy those readings. He talks about humane meat and vegetarian ethics, and he also talks about feral foods. He talks about foraging too, and also the etiquette and ethics around foraging. So more on the ethics of getting, producing, harvesting what we're eating. This is just a few I'm just making a few brief introductory remarks really to our guest speakers. And so I don't know if you're a vegetarian, you may like really be interested in these some of these guest lectures. And if not, I'm hoping the same. You're interested. And so Jill McIntyre-Witt, who you heard from in our last module, I've asked her, and at the time of this recording, I don't actually have that recording in hand, but I've asked her to give a lecture on her take on vegetarianism and how that fits with ideas about justice, environmental justice in the broadest sense of the word. Michael Appleby, Dr. Michael Appleby, OBE, Order of the British Empire. Sir Michael, Dr. whatever, Appleby is one of your lectures too. And he lectured last year. This is a recording, and he is a good friend and a good colleague. And he virtually single-handedly got a ban on battery cages for laying hens in the UK. He has been less successful. He had been less successful in his campaign against transport of live animals, which is abominable. And he will talk about that. And he is a vegetarian, and he and his partner, and he was the science advisor for British Humane Animal Welfare Organization, a nonprofit, but he's also affiliated with the University of Edinburgh. So he has a lot of experience in the science behind humane production of animals for meat and fiber and other products. Okay, so his angle is animal welfare. And then we have, Stephen Jones. All right, so Stephen Jones is talking about plants, and he's talking about seed saving, kind of conscionable, ethical, equitable seed saving, what that would look like, kind of the opposite of what Sandra Katz exposed in the readings in his text. It's not without a huge cost. He's been lambasted by the agricultural land grant university system, by Monsanto, by other corporations who have a lot to lose by his kind of seed saving research. And really, one way to think about our guest speakers and the material that you're being exposed to, some of which may seem like an expose or a deconstruction of popular ideas, is to ask a simple question. Who are the winners and who are the losers? So in believing something or ascribing to a certain system, eating fats, eating processed fats, eating processed foods, growing conventional strawberries, who are the winners and who are the losers, right? Because the class is almost over. And so we've been kind of guiding you through an exploration of some of these questions, but you're going to be on your own now, obviously. And so we wish you well in trying to parse out what seems like valid information, right? Remember WISE, whole systems. If it's not a whole system, it's not part of the food wise guidelines. Inform, being informed. So really questioning information sources too. Sustainable choices, but also sane, S for sane choices, which I talk about in the book. And E, experience, your experience of cooking for this class, your experience of cooking in general, your experience of eating those processed fats, your experience of eating the saturated fat, your experience of saying no to sugar whatsoever. All that experience leads to one thing, and that is practical wisdom, right? And so it's skill, not will, not rules, but skill in making decisions. And a lot of that is going to happen because of or as a result of you carefully evaluating your information sources, and invite you to do that in this module.